I'm not trying to do that in the middle of everything else, and then I should probably also.
I'm live. Hello everybody, we are live just for a minute here. We're going to do a quick review on the horses. The first horse for our holiday select sale is going to close here in about just over 30 minutes or so. So we're just going to kind of jump on and do another quick review, and then we will jump off and let people bid, and we'll be managing the system and going through from there. So again, I just want to remind everybody, quickest, easiest way to get to the sale is to just go to our website, which is smbhorsesales.com. I'm in the gallery for the horses here. There's a register bid online, click to bid online. If you're on our homepage when you first get there, right here at the top, there's a click here to bid online. There's also a register down here. If you do go into the click here to bid online, you're not registered, there'll be an option to pop up that will let you go in and register. So just popping that open here. Again, I want to remind everybody here, there's the terms and conditions, consignor contact. Hopefully you've already talked to consignors if you're bidding on the horses. There also is down here, if you need help with transport, some transport companies that we're familiar with. So we'll just jump in here at the catalog. We've taken the practice bidding out at this point. Hopefully you're familiar with the system. We just didn't want it jumbling up in there, so we've taken that out. So, hip number one, this is Justin. This is the first horse from 6 Year Livestock. They're located up in Blackfoot, Idaho. His current bid is at $7,000. Next bid amount would be $7,250. Again, if you want to put in, if you think you're going to get tied up here in the next few minutes, but you're interested, you can go in and put the next bid amount, which would be $7,250, but then you could put a max bid. Say if your budget was $10,000 on here, and the system will bid for you up to the amount that you put in there. Or you could just stay in quick bid mode, stay with us, watch through to the end, and bid in the increments as you go through. There's the video down here. We'll remind everybody in the pictures there are pre-purchase health reports on these horses. Again, I want to remind everybody we don't consider those as pass or fail. We're just trying to give you an idea of what the horse's condition is. If you're familiar with horses, you know, just like people, they get banged up over the years. Doesn't make them unusable. Just we want to make sure you know what's out there. And most of these health reports are very clean. Good bunch of horses here. So hip number one, again from 6 Year Livestock, Justin. He's at $7,000. Nice, solid, all-around kind of horse. We talked last night on the preview. Laura, who has been riding these horses, sent me a message here about a week ago, said these are three of the nicest horses they've offered in our sales, and that she's just really, really, really liked riding them. And that's coming from someone who's probably been riding these horses 4 or 5 days or more a week and knows them. So a good, solid horse. You know, a year ago, that's well under the money where this horse had been. We know the market's softened and adjusted a little bit, but still, compared to this year, I think that horse is a little low and under the money. He's just 6 years old, going to be solid, good kind of gelding. He's put together well. He's got some size, going to travel out. You know, I think he's a little under the money there. Still an opportunity for somebody. Hip number two, this is Sean. He's at $4,000. This is the first one from Sorrel River Ranch. I talked last night. I really like how athletic this horse looks. He looks like he's got some speed. He's young. He's just a 6-year-old. He looks like he could go out and really cover some country. He might make somebody that wants to finish him into a rope horse or something along those lines. A really nice horse. Watched him go through the obstacle course in the video last night. Good, solid, nice, young horse, gelding. Got Palomino, flashy. Boy, I really think somebody that's a roper ought to be paying attention to this horse. I think he might make somebody a nice kind of he's just sized right for kind of being a switch end type of a horse, and he's got some speed to him. So again, well under the money there. I thought, you know, he'd maybe be pushing $6,000 or $7,000 by now. So there's some bargain to be had there. Here's another one that kind of surprises me. Hip number 3, Bailey. Talked last night. Peyton used this horse all the way through 4-H this summer. Made state on her, rode her. She's a 10-year-old mare. She's grade. Just, if you're looking for something for your kids to use at 4-H or something, there's one that is really a bargain for something to go use at 4-H. She's put together well. She's also been team penned on or team sorted on. He's used her kind of around. We saw her in the video last night using her to move a couple cows. Just good, solid, nice horse, well under the money that we've seen in the market. Even in this year with softening, that horse well under the money at $3,500, so somebody should be paying attention there. Here's another one. Just if you're looking for some good deals, which we haven't seen for a few years in the horse market, but we understand the market softening. But here's a big, solid, nice grade mare. She's Palomino. Again, the vet report popping up there. We looked at how this horse really had a nice, fast walk, big front shoulder. Gonna cover some country for you. Boy, at $2,250, she's only 9 years old. She's got a ton of life ahead of her. She's Palomino. Y'all take her, ride her, get a baby out of her, and still you'll get your money back out of the baby. So here's a good opportunity for a big, solid, nice mare that's just in the prime of her life. Make a great trail horse. Could possibly do something on the ranch. Just somebody's missing the boat, I think, here too. Here's hip number 6. Here's 6 Shooter's second horse. Again, they're in Blackfoot, Idaho. I should have mentioned Sorrel River Ranch is over in Moab. This is 6 Shooters, Blackfoot, Idaho, sitting at $6,500. This has surprised me. This is a good, solid, nice registered gelding. He's got that halter pleasure kind of breeding. 15 two hands. I talked last night just how I liked how he moved in the arena, how he rode out and he carried his head. Got some good old foundation breeding to him for that halter and Western pleasure lines. You could see it in him. Just good, solid, nice gelding, and he's only, what is he? He's 10 years old. In the prime of his life. He's registered. He's got points on his record from showing. If you're looking for something to go show in the local shows, 4-H, somebody should be paying attention here. I think that horse is, 2,000 or 3,000 low of where he ought to be in the money. Hip number 7. This is another one that kind of surprised me. This is a Frisian cross mare. She rides nice in the video. You can see the Frisian movement in her. She's big. She's solid. She's 18 years old. But golly, even if you wanted to get a couple babies out of her with that Frisian cross, you're gonna get some cool, athletic, smart babies. If you're not familiar with Frisians, boy, they're smart horses. They pick up things well and do good. She's big. She's solid. She'll carry about anybody. She's a little older, but for her age, there's the vet report. Looks pretty clean and good. We watched her ride good. Again, at $2,250, I mean, a year and a half ago, you couldn't find a weanling for $2,250. Here's a good seasoned broke horse. Somebody should be paying attention to there. This is another one that really surprises me. This little pony Massey, I talked about. There's 4 different videos up for her. You can come in and watch them all down here. They do a little bit of everything. They've got her roping, carrying a flag, doing a little bit of everything. They've patterned her on the speed events. She's just that kind of size that your youth can go ride her, but an adult could still jump on and ride her. These ponies like this are so hard to find. They're so valuable. Our kids have grown up learning with these kind of ponies. They teach them. They give them confidence. She's 18, but a lot of these ponies push 25, 30 years old pretty easy. This is a well-rounded, all-around kind of pony. It's just the right size. I really expected this pony to be $4,000 or $5,000 by tonight. I don't even think we're halfway to where this pony's worth. Somebody really should be paying attention here. That's a cool pony that's way under the money of what it's worth, and you're going to have a hard time finding another one with that kind of experience. Okay, moving on to Feather. Here's another one just kind of surprised me. $1,750. She's only 7 years old. We watched the video last night, just calm as could be, just rides out. They show that anybody who's been able to ride her out there on their guest ranch. She travels out good. She may not be the fancy color or fancy finish, but boy, she rode nice in that video. And again, I mean, that's well under the money that horses were selling in loose pens a year ago. Good solid broke mare that about anybody can ride. A year ago, this horse brings $7,000 or $8,000 pretty easy in our sale, and only sitting at $1,750. Somebody should be paying attention there too. There's some bargains to be had here. Here's another one. This is one of my favorites in the sale. It's a cool horse. Hip number 10, Boone's Hot Daconita. They call him Silverado. By Kara Washburn over there in Altamont, Utah. I talked last night about Kara, and she's just a great hand at training horses, competing. She knows what a good solid horse is. It's a switch end rope horse. He's 4 years old. He's athletic. You can see right there the slide stop. You can watch that in the video. It's a great video. Kara knows what she's doing. She takes horses like this. She puts another year or two on this horse, she'll get 6 figures for it. And so even though this seems like a lot for that kind of a horse at a 4-year-old, for the experience, for coming from Kara's program, well under the money of what he'll be in another year. So here's an opportunity to have the kind of horse that's a horse of a lifetime for about half the money that she'll sell this horse for in another year. So somebody really should be paying attention here. Boy, if you're a roper but a rancher too, want to go out and ride, I mean, even in the performance pen, ranch versatility, here's a cool horse that somebody should be paying attention to, that's probably half what he would be if she just puts another year on him. So, great opportunity to have a great horse right here for somebody. Here's the third of 6 shooters horses, Harvey. I talked last night. I think this horse is cool. I just like the way he looks. I like the little bit of chrome down there. I like the hip, the shoulder, how he rides out. Laura had mentioned to me in some messages just how well he rides one-handed and carries the bridle. He's cool. He's just the right kind of size for me at that 15 hands. He's only 7 years old. He's just entering the prime of his life. Again, I mean, this horse a year ago is $12,000, $13,000 pretty easy. We're just over halfway there. Somebody should be paying attention. At $7,500, he's still kind of a bargain. And I think this horse ought to bring $9,000 or $10,000 for somebody. Just again, prime of his life, gelding. He's good looking. He's flashy. He rides nice. Somebody should be paying attention there. I mentioned last night just how good a job 6 Shooter does at desensitizing those horses. Here's another one that kind of surprises me. This is Sirion Capel Dathiol. They call him Moose. He's a registered gypsy. Comes from over in Spring City, Utah, over in San Pete area. Brought to us by Galen Whitson. She's friends with our friends over there at Dry Creek Performance Horses. Dry Creek had a similar horse, gypsy, in our July sale. Brought well over $20,000. I think it was $25,000 or $26,000. This horse is well under that. You don't get a lot of chances to buy registered gypsies. You especially don't get a lot of chances to buy them right in the middle of the prime of their life, that are seasoned. They can pull a cart, they can do the riding. They say anybody can ride this horse. He's cool looking, he's registered, got a good clean vet report. This horse, 2 years ago, you couldn't even think about buying a gypsy under $25,000, and this horse is well short of that. Somebody should really be paying attention. I know there were a couple people very disappointed that they didn't get the one in July bought. I hope they're paying attention, because here's another opportunity, and he's well under the money of what the one in July was. So somebody should really be paying attention here for a cool horse that's well under what the market is for the horse. Okay, moving on to hip number 13. This is He the Man? This is brought to us by Hank Kerr out of Afton, Wyoming. Cool, all-around kind of a ranch horse. They've used him good on the ranch. I mentioned last night, Hank told me just how much they've enjoyed using this horse, gathering and shipping this fall. They used him in the pens. I talked to Hank today, and he's like, boy, if it was summer, I'd have just kept this horse. But he's going to let him go. Nice horse. Sitting at $8,500. I mentioned last night, I think somebody could go make a heck of a rope horse out of this horse. He's just 6 years old. He's put together right. Again, I think he's kind of under the money there. Nice registered gelding with some good bloodlines there. Palomino, well put together. Good opportunity there as well. Okay, here's hip number 14. This is Ruger, brought to us by Duke Brother Horses up there in Heber, Utah. I mentioned Duke Brothers topped our sale in September with a really nice Palomino. They've sold several horses themselves over the last couple of years. They've all been nice. They have a good program. They get a good foundation on these young horses. This horse is just 3 years old. He's got his whole life. Go watch that video. Boy, he's got a lot of good experience for a 3-year-old. Got some good miles on him. He's got a nice hip. He's going to fill out yet for a couple more years and size up. That's a nice 3-year-old. I think is under the money. They just do such a good job with those young horses. Here's another one that kind of surprised me, hip number 15. This is a good, solid season gelding. He's 15 years old, sitting at 35. I mentioned last night, these good season 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old geldings have just been on fire in our sales over the last 2 or 3 years. They're the kind of horse you can go use, but you can lay them off, not have to worry about them. This is a nice, good, solid horse. He travels out well. He's got a good disposition. They say just about anybody can ride him. He's got, 5+ years ahead of him. Just a good, solid, nice gelding right here that I think, again, about halfway to where he's probably really should be even in the market that we're in. This horse, a $10,000 horse a year ago, easily. So another one that's a good opportunity for somebody to pay attention and get a good deal. Okay, hip number 16. This is another one kind of surprised me. Only at $1,000. Boy, I talked last night just about how hard it is to find this size of pony, how nice they are to have around. Your youth can get some experience and enjoy it, but an adult could still ride him. I know they said he'd been laid off for a while, but boy, he rode pretty good in that video for being laid off for several years. And boy, find anything for $1,000 in the last 3 years. There's an opportunity to have a good little pony and at a bargain price. Somebody should be paying attention there as well. Okay, finally, hip number 17. This is Maui. Again, I think under the money here. This is a nice, solid gelding. They know he's breeding. They've shared it with him. He's grade, but boy, he's only 6 years old. You know the breeding. There's a chance you might could get him registered. You'd have to talk with them about it. I know that they use this horse in two-handed 4-H. He's got the color everybody's been looking for in that roan. He's started roping. They got a couple of months professional training on him for breakaway and healing. Go finish him out into a rope horse. He's just right at that age to go finish him out and haul and rope on. Nice horse, nice color. I think this horse is under the money. I think this horse is a $10,000 horse. I think that somebody's missing the boat here as well, and somebody really should be paying attention. So, again, we want to remind everybody, if you do have issues with when you get a horse bought, if you need help paying, if you need to split it up on cards, you can call these two phone numbers here and get some help. You've got 7 days after the sale at no charge to get the horses picked up. I will remind everybody, these consigners need to get health certificates and brand inspections. The ones that can, will try to do that tomorrow, but it may be Monday. So make sure if you're planning on picking the horse up quickly, you need to check on that. They need to send us a copy before they get it, and then they'll give you the originals. If you buy a registered horse, we've got the registration papers, and we'll pass them on to you. We'll get them in the mail here in about 2 weeks, once everything's cleared and cleaned up from the sale. So there's still some good opportunities here for some good bargains on horses. We are just about 14 minutes away from this first horse closing. We hope you're watching. Again, we're going to drop off. We're not going to stay live through this. If for any reason we have horses, most of these horses have kind of hit their reserve already and we know they're going to sell, but if we have something that hasn't, we will reopen them up as a buy it now with a listed price to have an opportunity to you can click on, if the horse closes and didn't get sold, we'll relist it with a buy it now price that you'll be able to click on and still buy the horse. So pay attention. Now, I don't count on that, because again, a lot of these have already hit the reserves and they're going to sell. So if you want one of the horses, just the best thing is to get it in, get it bid, get it bought. And again, we're just a few minutes away from the first horse closing. We want to remind everybody, if somebody bids in the last 60 seconds, it'll extend that horse for 2 minutes. A horse can extend a couple of times, and if you're paying attention to back-to-back horses, you want to remember that, because an earlier horse could extend beyond a later horse if the bidding keeps extending on one of the horses. So pay attention to that. We wish everybody the best of luck. We're excited to see where these horses end up, and we wish everybody a good evening.